Hello, first of all, my name is Eusebio Nava Jr. I was raised here in Edcouch-Elsa, and I'll be a candidate for this year's 2012 campaign. Basically, I just want to introduce myself and let you guys know where I'm from and where I grew up. This is the church where my dad has founded. We've been here for 25 years. Back in 1986, when we first moved here, I mean, there was nothing here. Now you see stores here, see other houses across the street. But when we got here, there was nothing, and little by little, with the grace of God, we've been able to establish a good foundation here, and members have been here at our church, and this is where we grew up, and this is a big part of who I am. Well, here we are at the Edcouch-Elsa High School. When I stand here and look down south, there's just a lot of memories that come into my mind of growing up here and walking the sidewalks coming in from the junior high to the high school back when I was in 8th grade. Even looking at the 6th grade gym, with Coach Capello, the 6th grade program, and teaching us all the fundamentals of basketball. Pride started way back when you were younger. I see my son. He's 9 years old, and I bring him to the football games, and you started to think that if we don't do things, or we don't do something now, that our children won't have the same opportunities or the same experiences that we had growing up. And I feel that I may not be able to save everybody's child, but I can save mine. And if this is something that I have to do so that my 9-year-old can have the experiences that I did growing up, I'll gladly take this burden and do what I can for the district. Give a different vision, something more honest, more heartfelt. That when you make decisions, that you make them based on the well-being of a child, not an employee, not of a teacher, not as a school board member, but for the children. Because, it just, that way you see the early childhood, and who knows, maybe we won't even have a high school by the time they're here. And I think if we don't take a stand as a community, there's just going to be a lot of children that don't have the same opportunities that we have. And I think it's time that we do take that stand. Because we love this district, not the buildings, but the community itself. What Edcouch-Elsa means to us, and we all have different memories here that we've created throughout the years, and we've experienced as students here. And just behind us we have the football stadium, and we cheer with the best of them, and we fall with everybody else, but we have that same sense of pride where, regardless, win or lose, we're there for the children, to give them that hug after a loss, to embrace them after a victory. And it's not a win or lose, it's because you love the district. And it's just not football, it's just not basketball, it's not the sports, it's the district itself. And we've come to a halt where there's no more production, there's no more thrive for success here. We lost all sense of ability to do better. There hasn't been anything constructive, not just physically, but academically. We have buildings that haven't been used. It was used, not to its potential, and there we have it. It's closed, and there's nothing being done about it. And I think, despite the buildings that have been falling apart, and buildings that are not being used, it's the children. It just boils down to the children. And giving them the opportunities to experience what it is to be a jacket. And I take great pride in where I come from.